First question, Emilio in the center in the third row.
Yes, guys, I have one question for you, right here, Emilio Perez, Staff Deportes. Steph, what happened to your shooting tonight? Do you feel it was Cleveland's defense, or it was just an off night for you? And then for Livingston, talk to me about the level of confidence you show here tonight. And do you feel that Cleveland doesn't have a matchup for you in the series?
Yeah, I missed some shots and didn't get a rhythm, but you know, the way that they defended, I'll be able to find some adjustments for game two. Not worried about that. Just really proud of the way that you know, everybody contributed. You don't win championships without, you know, the entire squad coming in and making an impact on games. And the way, you know, obviously Sean came in, was so composed, got to his spots, had that confidence, knock him down. Andre the same way. LB. That's, you know, why we're here. You know, everybody having an impact on our team and the game.
Third row on your right.
Steph, over here. Tariq Majedi, Afghanistan basketball. There was a moment late in the game where you hit a three. You turned around and you threw your mouthpiece. Can you explain your emotions there? And second question, what's the deal? Do you have a second one there, or do you clean it? I mean, my wife would kill me if I put that back in my mouth.
Yeah, I was just frustrated missing, you know, open shots and turning the ball over. You know, not playing, you know, the way I should up until that point. But you know, you make a shot, you just let out that aggression. But yeah, our athletic trainer Drew Yoder has plenty in the holster for me. So I don't throw him too often, but he's got my back.
Tim Kawakami, Mercury. Sean, do you sense or you see when Steph and Clay are struggling at some point? Are you saying, I got to take some shots, I got to hit some shots? Or did you just feel better with your shot tonight?
Yeah, it's all a feel. You know, just being aggressive when we're out there. They command so much attention, especially Steph off the pick and roll. So we try to make ourselves available for him. You know, and be able to make plays, relieve pressure for him, because all it takes is one shot to go in. We know that. Same for Clay, and you know they get rolling fast.
And Sean, you made 11 total field goals in the last series, 7 games. You made 8 tonight. What's the difference there?
Just the adjustments. I think I took the same shots last series. You know, but it's just staying confident in my shot, understanding my game. You know where the shots are going to come from. And, you know, and trusting it.
Scott over here, third row.
Scott Howard Cooper from NBA.com. Sean, you've had a lot of big moments for this team in nearly 2 full seasons, but given the stakes from last game, the Game 7, the big play you made with the dunk, big full game tonight of a contribution, are these the biggest moments that you've had, you think, with the Warriors?
You know, you look at the finals, I say yes. But again, it's just really trying to stay in the moment. We had such a group effort tonight off the bench. You know, Barbosa, Andre. You know, some nights it's been Mo. You know, it could be anybody on any given night off the bench. And, you know, it's our job really to stay ready.
Over here on this side, Jay.
Jay Don, ESPN. Steph, we're used to your teammates feeding off you. After the cold shooting nights, both you and Clay hit those shots after Sean and Barbosa had gotten things going in the fourth quarter. I'm wondering, did you sort of take something from the energy that they provided to start the fourth quarter?
No doubt. My recollection is correct. I think the first, 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, me and him were on the bench. And, you know, those guys go on a huge run. And, you know, we're getting stops and pushing transition, making timely baskets, and keeping our crowd in it. So, you know, they were doing their job and doing it, you know, top notch. So, regardless of how the night's going shooting from me, Clay, throughout the course of the night, we definitely, you know, get a boost when you know our bench guys come in and change the game. So we rely on that pretty much every night, whether it's, you know, 45 points off the bench or just playing aggressive and continuing, you know, what we started. But tonight it was the opposite. They really changed the game and allowed us to win tonight.
Sean, all the way in the back in the center.
Sean Devaney, Sporting News. Sean, Steve Kerr was saying before the game that he'll ride the hot hand when it's going. It seemed to be you tonight. I just wonder, you've played for a lot of coaches. Is that something that he's pretty good at? Is letting a guy, not sticking with the hard rotation and letting a guy really excel when he's got that hot hand?
Yeah, I think Coach, he has a great feel for the game. He has just a great feel, just for the energy and the temperature of the team. How a guy has whether he has it going, who has it going, and then he obviously plays the matchups as well. And just to be able to kind of rotate that is it's impressive. In the stress of a finals game, you have to do it on the move. And he has a great coaching staff with Luke and Ron and JC and those guys, and they help him out. But he's great at just taking our temperature and finding the right matchups for us and putting us in places where we can excel.
Okay, go ahead on the right side.
Steph, it looked like they were running a lot of different guys at you. Was there anything you hadn't seen? Is there anything you haven't seen? And were you surprised at all that you had LeBron matched against you a few times?
No, nothing I haven't seen, and something when I go back and look at the film, I kind of rushed in certain spots. It was a little indecisive, but the X's and O's were pretty much kind of standard with how they guard the pick and roll. The way we play, there's going to be a lot of cross matching, and that's what we want in those situations where you take the defense aggression and kind of work it against them, whether I get a shot or somebody else gets a shot. So we did a good job of kind of sticking with that plan, and over the course of the game, not turning the ball over was huge as a team. I did a lot of that, but getting a pretty good shot on every possession and making them work regardless of who's guarding who.
Mark over here.
One for each of you. Steph, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Over the last 5 days, we've watched your teammate Andre Iguodala make clean strips of Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving. How does he do that, and how does he not foul when he does do that?
He's amazing. Ever since he's been with us, I know me and Draymond talk about it all the time. When we're on the bench, we watch it. It's unbelievable. He always, has great timing, great hand-eye coordination, and obviously his wingspan, works to his advantage to be able to close that space up. But he's really uncanny the way that he can do it without fouling. And for the most part, I think like 99% of the time he really doesn't foul, and sometimes the refs kind of might miss it because of how good he is and how consistent he is at doing it every single time. So, he knows that's the strength of his, and he waits for the right moments and attacks.
Sean, you spent a lot of time on the court all year with Leandro Barbosa. Tonight, he looked like the Brazilian Blur. Is he still the Brazilian Blur?
Beep, beep. That's him, beep, beep. He hasn't lost it. He's still aggressive. He's, it's amazing, obviously, to see him continue to, speed around guys like that at his age, playing all those years in the NBA. Unfortunately, I had to guard him when he was younger and in Phoenix, and he was, he's still fast to this day. So it's very impressive.
Last two over here, and then right there.
Oh, this is for either one of you guys. Is there a significant wave of momentum for this team, the 3 wins against OKC and then winning here, especially with Game 2 coming up, which you guys lost a year ago after winning Game 1, I believe?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got an edge and picked up a lot of momentum, winning 3 straight to just get here. And that taught us a great lesson of how important it is to obviously start a series off on a good foot and win Game 1, especially when you're at home. And we obviously learned a lesson last year. Like you said, same situation, came in and dropped Game 2. So now that we got this first one on our belt, doesn't mean anything for next game besides our confidence, but we have to come out and really execute the game plan again. I understand they're probably going to make some adjustments and come out, just focused and with a lot of energy. and I think that was missing last year, and obviously at the beginning of the Thunder series. So we're better because of those two situations.
Last one on this side.
Steph, Ron Krejcik from the San Francisco Chronicle. I'm guessing you've defended Sean in practice a lot. Can you describe how difficult it is when a 6'7" guy jumps that high and releases it at that point? How hard is it to defend him when he's rolling?
Sometimes there's really nothing you can do about it. You try to just contest a shot, but sometimes he won't even see you. And for me, in practice, it's the loneliest feeling in the world because Draymond needs somebody to talk to and to talk trash to. And if he's on the other team, sometimes even if he's on my team, he'll mouse in the house or whatever kind of phrase you want to talk about when Doc gets in the post. And I'll play the best defense of my life. He'll knock down a shot, and you just got to live with the chatter. So it's
Steph's sneaky,
fun.
though. He's sneaky. Don't let him fool you. He is sneaky, for real. So, but he obviously, prepares me going out there and working on my game in practice. So it's definitely a battle, but he's sneaky. Don't let him buy it. Don't buy it into it. Don't do it.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.